Today we'll show you how to install the REESE Sidewinder, part number 68220. Specifically designed for today's short bed pickups, the REESE Sidewinder is the ultimate short bed towing solution. With its patent-pending design, it automatically eliminates turning and clearance headaches, allowing you to make 90-degree turns without ever having to exit your truck. Before beginning the installation, be sure to familiarize yourself with all parts included in the instructions. During the installation, we'll be using the following tools. Begin the installation by placing wheel chocks firmly against both the front and rear trailer wheels and removing the original equipment manufacturer pin box from the fifth wheel trailer. Once the trailer's original pin box is removed, you will need to determine the proper bolt hole locations for mounting the REESE Sidewinder to the fifth wheel trailer's wing set. The Sidewinder is uniquely designed to fit a variety of wing set mounting patterns, depending on the style of the fifth wheel trailer. The height of the Sidewinder should be adjusted in the trailer's wing set so that there is a minimum of 6 inches of clearance between the top of the truck's bed and the underside of the front of the fifth wheel trailer. A minimum clearance of 2 feet between the truck's bumper and the trailer is required. Once the proper location is determined, lift the Sidewinder into place, aligning its bolt holes with the mounting holes on the trailer's wings. Thread the 5/8 inch bolts and flat washers through these aligned holes. Then fasten them with the included conical washers and nuts. After all the hardware is in place, tighten it to 210 foot-pounds using a torque wrench. Next, we will attach the wedge to the wedge carrier on the bottom of the Sidewinder. Begin by removing the wedge from the storage position. To determine the correct wedge and orientation for your towing setup, use this chart. All wedges have 2 sides. One end has 1 weld, and the other end has 2 welds. Using the provided bolts and nuts, thread the wedge into the wedge carrier. Then, torque the bolts to 200 foot-pounds. Assure the lockout bolts have been removed if using the Sidewinder with the wedge installed. For initial hookup, you will need to move the Sidewinder's wedge to the position furthest from its kingpin. Do this by turning the rotating handle, found on the underside of the pin box, counterclockwise. This will ensure that the kingpin engages with the fifth wheel hitch when coupling. Use the trailer's jack to adjust its height so that the bottom of the trailer's pin box is 1/2 to 1 inch below the hitch skid plate. Then couple the fifth wheel hitch to the Sidewinder. During the hitching procedure, the bottom of the pin box should come in contact with the hitch's skid plate ramp. Now, we will adjust the Sidewinder's wedge fitment. For the best fit, assure that when coupled, the center of the fifth wheel hitch aligns with the center of the Sidewinder's turret. Once everything is connected, turn the rotating handle underneath the pin box clockwise until the Sidewinder's wedge is tight against the fifth wheel's funnel. Once tight, insert the locking pin into the rotating handle to secure the wedge in place. This wraps up the installation for the REESE Sidewinder, part number 68220. For more information on this and other great products from REESE, visit reeseproducts.com.